that during this meeting, we shall endeavor to develop resolutions that will promote synergy across the sector with the aim of achieving absolute food nutrition and security. We shall look at the implementation of the agricultural sector transformation and growth strategy and 100% food and nutrition security in the Big Four agenda. We shall also focus on the role played by both the national and county governments in the implementation of agricultural projects under the devolved system of government. I propose that the forum should tackle the delays in release of project plans to county governments by ministry with a view of finding a lasting solution. These delays impede the ability of the county governments to implement key projects that seek to benefit farmers. It is also important that we address the pending completion of policies, review of the existing legislation governing the sector to align the same to the Constitution. In the recent past, we experienced an outbreak of 4 armyworms that devastated crop production in 43 counties. The menace of this pest is a threat to food security in this country, and therefore it's important for us to look at the issue of management of transboundary pests and diseases in order to put in place adequate measures on the management of such pests and diseases.
There is a presidential directive that every ministry, through social responsibility, must develop some seedlings. We have heard the courtesy of calling governors where we are distributing. Again, if I happen to call you and one way or the other you're not able to receive my phone call, I apologize, but I believe I've been very courteous to governors. And therefore, it is good for us when we have some few issues to sort out there. You know me, I'm a very humble person, but always under siege. Sometimes I wonder, can I threaten anybody? Yeah? And the other day I was asking my friend, am I controversial or controversies follows me? Because even small things that are happening here and there is attention to some of us. Of agriculture in this country has sanctioned importation. It is not yet decided. We have not yet issued any gazette notice. The only way the government can declare itself is through a gazette notice. And that one you have not seen any so far. When you see gazette notice, then you know that now we are ready for importation. Nothing has happened so far.
Okay. So what you said, there is a shortage of 4 million bags.
Yeah?
Shortage. This shortage of 4 million bags.
We have been talking about the shortage. Okay, all of us knows that this year we experienced the late, the rains came late. We expected rains from beginning of March. The rains settled in late April. And that automatically will have impact on the next harvest. Again, we advise farmers to do short rain, short maturing crops that you can be able to harvest in 3 months, 4 months. And therefore, production will be affected. And that means, in terms of our balance sheet, even flowing next year, there will be still shortages. And I said again inside there, that this country always have a deficit of 12 million bags of maize. That is for human consumption. And also have another shortage of 7 million for animal feeds. Therefore, it's a total of about 19 million bags that we have been importing year in, year out. The issue is that we have been having favorable weather conditions in other countries, and therefore there is always trading from Uganda, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Kenya, and that trade has been favorable to us and has been stabilizing the maize market prices. Today, Uganda faces the same problems. Tanzania, now they have maize, but distributed across the country. You don't know which corner of the country to go and get maize. So it becomes very expensive. Number two, you have to bring them with lorries. Number three, is that you also have to understand that the person owning posho mill down in the village cannot afford to go to Tanzania to get maize. And who is getting the maize? They are traders and millers. And therefore, that shortfall is not yet filled completely, but you can feel it through the price of unga. This will give you food security. This document we are launching today will lead you to have to be food secure. And we talk of food, even fish is food, rabbits are food. Yeah? You understand all these issues. Good people.
Okay, Waziri,
Okay,
there's something I want to know regarding the maize flour blending policy, which has maize flour blending policy. Which,
the policy.
Yeah.
There are so many of those questions addressed here again. It's about processing. You know, in this strategy, we are talking of setting agro-processing zones across the country. That will trigger SMEs also, 1,000 of them across the country, training of people, and all those collaborations are addressed here, so that at least everything is captured. You look at Pillar 1, Pillar 2, about production, Pillar 3, Pillar 4, about agro-processing. You go to Pillar 8, about data, and all that. Once you read this next week, I would like to answer all those questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware